Well, good afternoon to all, and welcome to our video on this November 2nd. We are well into autumn, possibly even early winter in the mountains here. As you can see, there's a fair amount of snow on the ground here, and the trail is quite muddy or even icy. And a lot of the plants up here have lost their leaves by now, so we may not be able to identify that many plants, but I still want to make a video talking about some of the stuff up here and see whatever cool stuff we can still find and identify. So let's get started. Just first, I gotta tell you, I think it's really beautiful right now. The snow just like that, but it is quite hard to hike through, especially since I can't use my pole since I'm filming it on this really slick, icy, muddy surface right now. But it's still beautiful and totally worth it. Though I worry that it's going to get steeper and be this slick in some places, in which case I don't know if I can make it. And of course it's always harder going back down. Oh, look at that. It's a nice sun. But anyways, right here we have a forest of mostly Abies concolor, white fir, and Pseudotsuga menziesii of Douglas fir. Not to mention up ahead, the Quaking Aspen, Populus tremuloides. Pretty classic mid-elevation forest we got right here. For Agastache at least. Obviously these species aren't the ones you'll find everywhere in the world, or even in our sub-ranges of the Rockies, but we are quite common, especially the Douglas fir and Quaking Aspen. Okay, so we got a few interesting plants right here we can identify in the winter, at least in their dormant form. We got Sorbus scopulina. It's a native species of rowan or mountain ash, as they're sometimes called. I think rowan's the most appropriate one. The Rocky Mountain rowan, I believe, is a common name. You can tell by these clusters of berries it's got. It is a member of the rose family. I don't know if they are edible like other rose family fruits, so don't go around tasting them. Very neat species, I think. Quite common shrub in the Rockies. And also here, in its dead form, we can see quite clearly Heracleum, lanatum, or maximum, the cow parsnip with its long stem and distinct compound umbel that's all dormant for the year right now. This, of course, will not come back. It is a perennial plant, so it produces a new stem each year that is herbaceous and simply dies at the end of the season. That's how most wildflowers do around here. I've got a few that are standing too, of course, like that one. Why you want to identify these plants while they're dead, I'm not really sure. Or dormant, I should say. Again, I don't really know, but you can take away from this video whatever you want. I really hope this produces something I can upload, or is even worth uploading. Now, I don't know if I can go much further because the trail's getting quite slippery in some spots as I get higher up. Here's another one plant I noticed. Oh, what's that one? Disregard that one I just was mentioning. I don't know what it is at all, actually. It's interesting that it's got these sort of compound leaves. Is this Polemonium foliosissimum? I think it might be, actually. So it looks like to me. I can't really tell for sure. It might just be another species in the sunflower family. Ah, dang. It's a fairly tall herbaceous plant that's now dormant for the year, of course, because autumn is really boring for botany. Oh well. I got a few other ones though I can identify. I think this is... oh dear, I'm not sure what that is. I actually think it's Agastache urticifolia, or urticifolia. So I made a mistake in my last video about wasatch plants, but regardless, I can't be sure. Actually, take it back, those leaves are not right. Frick, what is it? I want to be an expert. I don't think most people are even experts of this kind of botany. Jeez, okay, I'm going to assume it might be that plant, but I'm just not entirely sure. This one, though, I actually do know. This is Rudbeckia occidentalis, also known as the western coneflower. It's a really cool one because it's a member of the sunflower family, but it doesn't produce any ray florets, so it's just this like sort of big brown cone-looking thing. These nice big leaves like that. Of course, never a perennial plant, so you'll see him again next year. I'll make an actual proper showcase of him when he's in bloom, but this is what it looks like right now. It's got some little seeds into flower right here. You're not able to see that very well, but there's definitely a few seeds. And I think I'm actually almost out of plants I can actually talk about here. Alright, let's move on. Wow, that's just an amazing view. Tell you guys, everyone should come out and try hiking the Wasatch at least once, because it's just so beautiful at all times of the year. Honestly, this isn't the best time in my opinion. It gets way better in the summer and early autumn when everything's sort of changing color for the first time. Sort of noise. I don't know if I want to go much further, to be honest. The trail doesn't get slicker and steeper and less agreeable. But I'll try and hit some plants on the way down, so let's see what else we can find heading back. One more plant I wanted to talk about. This is Paxistima myrsinites, commonly known as mountain lover. It's a fairly common plant in the Wasatch and other parts of the Rockies that is known for being evergreen and just being a really cool plant in general. It is, like I said, pretty common out here, and I think the fact that it's both evergreen and common is why it's called mountain lover. That I can't verify, that's just my guess, but regardless, it is very well adapted here, of course. Going up and down the hillsides. It also likes to grow in the shade of conifers, so it can handle the conifer duff quite well, which makes it unique and gives it a nice role in the ecosystem. I'm not sure if it's good for anything for foraging, so I should probably stop bringing it up all the time, but I'll look it up yourself. I know the family is part of Celastraceae is, I think, one of the more toxic ones as a broad rule, so probably don't use it for any foraging purposes, but it might have some, I guess. Look it up yourselves. And I've also seen some on the trail. I can have you right here. There is some Berberis or Mahonia repens, which is always really cool. But this is it for the video. I got to really focus on safely getting down from here, so see you next time.